Will Henry Cavill return as Ultraman in James Gunn's Superman? Theories explode, but Gunn denies. Could it be a multiverse twist? James Gunn's Superman is already one of the most anticipated superhero films, and ahead of its release, it's giving rise to multiple rumors and fan theories that simply sound too good to be true, like the possible return of Henry Cavill. Hello viewers. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. The internet has erupted with these storylines after one announcement. People are convinced that Gunn is hiding something big, but he has already denied such claims. Could this be his misdirection, brewing a glorious surprise for us in the DCU? When insider Jeff Sneider revealed that Superman would feature a huge cameo and described it as one of the film, almost immediately, speculations turned to Henry Cavill. This time around, they didn't expect to see him as Man of Steel, but as a dark mirror image, Ultraman. Now, featuring Cavill as the Ultraman, a tyrannical alternate universe counterpart to Superman, would be a great way to reintroduce him without stepping on David Corenswet's fresh take of the character. In The Flash, the multiverse had been established, which makes such an appearance entirely plausible. But it's important to note that this movie belonged to the DCU, whereas the upcoming Superman film is part of the DCU, where we'll have a newly imagined version of the characters. Whether these two will be connected or not, it's hard to tell just yet because James Gunn has still kept us in the dark. James Gunn had shut down our assumptions in 2024 itself with a post on Threads, where he tried to hammer in the point that the main villain of Superman is Lex Luthor. He also suggested that fans shouldn't believe in the theories and should only rely on the studio for any official updates. At a New York Comic-Con, Gunn explained how the DCU and DCU might still share a link via Screen Rant. We learned that other things that have happened in the past in other media have still happened. There are references to things that happened in the past. And those references then become canon in the DCU because we mention them. His statements and actions are somewhat confusing, as Gunn has also taken down any other renditions of Superman off the market to not cause confusion or perceived overlap. But he also claims that a few things from the DCU would still be canon. If DCU is a fresh start, then how is it still connected to the DCU? Is he trying to strike a delicate balance that would open up fascinating new possibilities? That way, if Cavill were to be Ultraman, it wouldn't require the audiences to revisit his previous Superman films. It would simply be a bold, standalone twist. Lex Luthor is possibly the main villain he faces in the first installment, but the larger looming threat could be Ultraman, who could very well show up if Gunn decides to harness the multiverse theory. With that being said, all of this does sound a bit too aspirational, like we're struggling to let go of Cavill because he defined the Superman of our generation. Gunn likely won't make the beloved actor return because it would completely overshadow the excitement of David Corenswet's portrayal. In a world where curses are whispered and destinies are believed to be sealed, Henry Cavill has proven that you can write your own fate. You know what they say about fate, right? Sometimes you're the hammer. Sometimes you're the nail. But for Henry Cavill, it seems like he's managed to dodge the hammer altogether, especially when it comes to the infamous Superman curse. For decades, the role of the iconic Man of Steel has been a double-edged sword, slashing away at the careers of many actors who've donned the cape. Yet, the Witcher star, the British heartthrob who's faced more setbacks than most actors can handle, somehow seems to have sidestepped it all. And while many before him have struggled under the weight of the red cape, Cavill appears to have transformed the supposed curse into his blessing. He may just be the one star who broke it, against all odds. The Superman curse, as it's become known, isn't just a figment of Hollywood legend. It's a tale woven with tragedy, misfortune, and mystery. For those unlucky enough to play the Man of Steel, the consequences often follow them long after the cape is hung up.
Cavill was born in Jersey, the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, which are dependent territories of the British Crown and are located off the coast of Normandy, France. He is the fourth of 5 sons of Marianne Cavill, née Dalgliesh, a secretary, and Colin Cavill, a stockbroker. The family lived in St. Helier, where Henry Cavill grew up playing computer games with his brothers. At age 13, he left Jersey to attend the Stowe School, a boarding school in Buckinghamshire, England. At Stowe, Cavill developed an interest in acting and participated in school productions, including Grease, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Tom Stoppard's Dog's Hamlet. At age 16, he and his classmates had the opportunity to be extras in the movie Proof of Life, 2000, starring Russell Crowe. While on set, Cavill introduced himself to the recent Oscar winner, who encouraged him to pursue acting professionally. Cavill soon landed a role in Vendetta, 2001, followed by another in Kevin Reynolds' big-screen adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002. For the part of Albert Mandigo, Cavill, who has said that he was teased for being overweight as a kid, was encouraged to lose several pounds. In addition, Cavill had guest roles in a number of British television shows as well as supporting parts in the coming-of-age film I Capture the Castle, 2003, and an adaptation of the Celtic romance Tristan plus Isolde, 2006. During this period, Cavill auditioned for several iconic roles, including Superman and James Bond, which ultimately went to Brandon Routh in Superman Returns and Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, both 2006, respectively. Those setbacks led him to consider following in the footsteps of two of his elder brothers and joining the armed forces. In 2007, however, Cavill garnered his first leading role in The Tudors, a cable series following the exploits of Henry VIII, played by Irish actor Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Cavill portrayed Charles Brandon, a loyal courtier to the king. The series helped make Cavill a familiar face, and during its 4 seasons, 2007 to 10, he also appeared in such films as the adventure fantasy Stardust, 2007, and the Woody Allen comedy Whatever Works, 2009. After The Tudors, Cavill proved his skill as an action star, playing Greek hero Theseus in Immortals, 2011, and the son of a CIA agent, played by Bruce Willis, in The Cold Light of Day, 2012. In 2011, Cavill announced that he had been cast as Clark Kent/Superman in Man of Steel, 2013. He later admitted that he had missed the call from director Zack Sneider offering him the job because he had been playing the online game World of Warcraft. To portray the Man of Steel, Cavill transformed his body, adding so much muscle that he sometimes split the seams of his Superman costume. He also had the opportunity to work alongside Crow, who played Superman's father. Jor-El. Cavill went on to reprise the role in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, starring opposite Ben Affleck as Batman, and in Justice League, 2017, featuring such DC comic book heroes as Wonder Woman, played by Israeli actress Gal Gadot. In between Superman films, Cavill starred in director Guy Ritchie's big-screen adaptation of The Man from UNCLE, 2015, playing a CIA agent who teams up with a KGB agent, played by Armie Hammer, and in Sand Castle, 2017, portraying a Special Forces captain on a 2003 tour of Iraq. Cavill then played the main antagonist in Mission Impossible Fallout, 2018, the 6th installment of Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible series. In 2019, he assumed the lead role in the hit Netflix series The Witcher, based on the novels by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, whose sources include Polish mythology and Slavic folklore. Cavill played Sherlock Holmes, the elder brother of aspiring sleuth Enola Holmes in the movies Enola Holmes, 2020, and Enola Holmes 2, 2022. In 2020,